What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, Nathan and I will be ranking One Piece villains. As you can see, we got a good assortment of them. We're going to rank them from S tier to D tier and how much we really like them, what they've really done in the story, how well they are. And yeah, let's just get straight into it.
Yeah, alright, we're starting off with, I believe his name is Axe Morgans from the first one. He's Helmeppo's father, and he was pretty bad.
I don't know, man. I feel like we're going to throw a lot of these people in the lower areas, and
Yeah,
he's definitely one of them. I throw him
I'd
in
honestly,
D.
yeah, I'd throw him D. He's just so forgettable.
I couldn't even think of a reason to throw him C.
Yeah. Alright, next is Buggy. Now, we have to rate them as what they've done as a villain,
Yeah.
not as a character. So as much
Yeah,
as I
'cause-
love Buggy, Orange Town is not great, and he's not that great in it.
But you also got to remember, Buggy was in other arcs too. Like, hear me out, right? Buggy, even though in that arc he wasn't really the best, he still has other spotlights to shine, right? And because, Oda's just been keeping around like this gag character and everyone's kind of like falling in love with him, it's okay if you want to throw him like the A.
Yeah, I guess that's fair, because he still is an antagonist, right? He's still Yonko.
Yeah.
So he's still like opposed to Luffy.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, if you want to throw him like the A to
Would
S,
you throw him A? I'd throw him A.
I'd throw him A. Like,
Yeah.
A.
I hope he moves up to S though. He could definitely go up.
I definitely see Oda doing a lot more with Buggy's character.
Alright, Kuro. He was bad.
He was goofy. Yeah, like there was so much potential, just
I'd
bad
probably
execution.
put him like C. I don't think he's as bad as D.
Yeah, C for sure.
But just like such a short arc and just like it's bad. Like it just nothing done with him. Alright, this guy, Baratier. He was the guy.
He was a big shot.
Yeah.
He thought he was all shit, and then Luffy just came in, hit him with a couple punches, knocked him out. I'd throw him D.
Yeah, I think D is very fair.
He wasn't even intimidating.
Yeah, it didn't even feel like it felt like Mihawk's way more of the antagonist than Baratier.
Yeah.
But this guy is like technically the main villain. Plus, Mihawk isn't much of a villain anymore in the story.
No, definitely not.
All right, Arlong, I would give this S, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, I'd definitely throw Arlong S. This is like the first villain that we actually get that's menacing, that's actually playing like the more deeper like villain role. And like a lot of these guys, it was more or less like, oh, I'm a pirate, Gur, but Arlong, he conquered like that whole, what's that area? I don't remember where he was, what he took over.
I don't know, East Blue, I guess, is like
East Blue.
around Nami's area.
Yeah, it had a name before, but obviously he changed it to Arlong Park.
Yeah.
So he took over the whole area. He also links back into like a future arc as well about discrimination, and that's why
he's even better because of that. Like it gives so much more.
Like it makes sense just to throw him at the S.
Yeah. All right, Smoker. I feel like we gotta put him S or A. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say A. Smoker, I really like Smoker. It's just that now I feel like he can't compete with anyone anymore.
Yeah.
Especially after what's it called? Like post time skip. I feel like he just can't compete with anyone on the crew.
Yeah, especially with like, cause Hockey just like destroys his fruit, basically.
Yeah, completely.
And like he hasn't had that much like time, especially as an antagonist. Like
I think definitely early arcs, Smoker was a lot more menacing, and I was really attached to his character. But after Hockey was introduced, I feel like it's just like he can't compete anymore. I'm not intimidated by Smoker anymore when I see him on the screen.
And even recently, like Oda hasn't really gone back to him to see like his reaction to like Luffy's bounty on it.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen Smoker.
Alright, Wapol or Wapo.
Absolute bozo. I don't even want to talk about him. Put him in D, please.
The lowest of the low. A terrible, terrible antagonist. To a pretty good arc. Like a pretty good arc, and he just is terrible.
Amazing arc. He just made it worse, if anything.
Yeah.
And he got a goofy devil fruit, but hey, man, like, that's just devil fruit.
He might be the worst antagonist in One Piece.
Probably.
Crocodile. I think this is a easy S.
Yeah, thank heavens you said S. I thought you were gonna say A.
No, definitely S. Definitely S.
Like this is another villain that could introduce a story where he's a lot more intimidating. He's actually like causes an issue in his area. His devil fruit, of course, works perfectly in the area he's in. Crocodile was that guy, and on top of that, like he had minions running around working for him too. It wasn't just him solo. Just the character design as well. Crocodile's so sick.
Yeah, and he's the first one to ever defeat Luffy, which is very important for the story.
Yeah.
And it's like a big turning point for Luffy's character. And like there's so much theories going around about him and stuff. And like his past. So there's so much stuff. He might be a girl.
Tell me you're talking. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say. Tell me you're talking about how people keep saying Crocodile's like Luffy's mom and stuff.
Yeah,
that
would be crazy.
I'd actually laugh my ass off if I saw that.
All right, Bellamy.
Underrated one.
I like Bellamy a lot. I put him A. I put him A. Yeah. I feel like he's like just I don't know. He's so hateable, but like Luffy's punch against him is just like it's so satisfying. And you have to make a villain really hateable to be that good.
Yeah.
And he's also like his representation of dreams, how he like opposes like dreams, whereas that's Luffy's entire point and the whole philosophy of One Piece. So he's very good at opposing that right before Skypiea, the land of dreams.
No, definitely. And he comes back and Dressrosa too.
Oh yeah, and that's a little bit more interesting. He gets a little bit more screen time, and then you find out his relationship with Doflamingo and stuff. Alright, Enel, I think he's okay.
Yeah, I'll think. You know what, Nathan? I really like how you're such a smart boy sometimes. Where would you put him?
I put him B. I put him B.
Yeah, B. I was saying like I like the character design. I like the fruit. It's just unlucky he had to fight Luffy.
Yeah.
And I feel like there wasn't much to him.
No,
really wasn't
no.
Much to him.
Like he's just sort of like he just wants power.
Like once again, Oda does a great job with making a character that fits the world building really well because he's like represented as a god. Lightning was his devil fruit in the Skypiea where they're in the sky. Like, you know, Oda's connecting all these dots, but there wasn't more to his character that we didn't really get. Like, like we need just a little bit more to throw him in that like A tier.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, Foxy. Oh, Foxy's funny.
Foxy's underrated. Foxy funny. Like he's just like he's enjoyable. He's enjoyable. Like there's nothing. He's not like the D to C where it's just like you despise them. I feel like it's just devil fruit to the wrong person, but Foxy still makes it entertaining, like his little like race thing and like gambling. I was like trying to trade like crew members and stuff.
Yeah, honestly, I'd probably put him C though. To be honest, would you put him B?
I'd put him B. I'd put him above Kuro. Kuro, right? That's the guy with the knives.
Oh yeah, definitely above Kuro.
Yeah. Okay, I'll throw him at the C.
He'll go top. He won't go lower. He's definitely.
That's good.
I feel like he's just such a bozo.
No, 100%.
And Aokiji. This for me is
my guy.
An A, personally.
Aokiji's my dog, bro. Okay, in terms of being a villain.
Yeah.
A villain, A, but Aokiji is up there in terms of favorite characters for me. The Devil Fruit, the way he was introduced was sick. The way that him and Akainu fought for 10 days, they turned a whole
I forgot about that.
It is permanently ice and fire because of how long they fought for and how hard they were fighting for.
Okay, never mind. Let's move Aokiji S. I forgot about this. No, because also, like, I forget he's joined Blackbeard. Like, what's going on?
That's exactly what I was going to mention, too. Like, apparently he might join Blackbeard as well with his crew. There's still, like, a lot of mystery behind these, like, admirals that we're still trying to get. And Aokiji is definitely one of the more interesting ones next to Akainu.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, I think this guy has, like, Spandam. And he's terrible.
That's crazy. I'm shocked you remembered his name.
He's like he's just. I'd honestly put him C because I think he's just meant to be hated. Yeah. And he's not like he doesn't feel underwhelming. He's just there to be hated. So he's not like terrible.
C's perfect.
Put him above Kuro.
Above Kuro for sure. Because when I saw him in what's his name? Frankie's backstory with Tom.
Yeah.
I absolutely despise this man.
Yeah.
Let alone the fact he was holding Robin down and trying to kill her.
Yeah.
I was furious. So in terms of playing the villain, he played the role very well, but there wasn't anything crazy to his character that made him go above and beyond.
Yeah. All right, next, Lucci.
Lucci, this is a villain. Lucci, with the plot twist of them actually being bad, Lucci's character design is sick. His backstory, how he's always just been like an assassin that goes and kills. The fact there's CP0, the Devil Fruit's sick. His fight with Luffy's sick. Lucci is absolutely one of my favorite villains in One Piece. I'd easily throw him at the S.
Yeah, he's not as high up for me, but you still have to throw him S. I mean, he caps off two, like, the greatest saga. One or
Yeah.
like, I mean, maybe not the greatest, but like one of the best stretches in all of One Piece. And his fight with Luffy is easily one of the best. And the plot twist is just amazing, you know. And he's still relevant in the story now and doing stuff, so he hasn't like fallen off. This next guy is definitely fallen off. We haven't seen him
Big
in a
time.
while.
Big time.
And he was always kind of dookie.
Worse than Dookie, man. This guy's straight doo doo. Gecko Moria, bro. I don't like once again in terms of Oda connecting the dots. You know, he's a ghost.
Yeah.
Bark. That kind of like graveyard, gloomy type thing.
Oh yeah, he fits
it well.
the aesthetic for sure.
Oda does a great job in terms of character design and fitting them with the world building, but he just isn't there. He's not menacing. He had a double fruit, right? Am I mistaken?
Yeah, the shadow fruit, because he puts the shadows into like ores, right? And then ores attacks them.
I don't know. It's just not there. Even in Marineford, when he was there trying to be menacing, he really wasn't. I'd throw him the D because I hate him. But in terms of kind of what he's done the arc and the villain, I'd throw him at the C.
Yeah, I think C's fair.
C, C's.
I put him above Kuro, but
yeah,
he's just. I mean, he's a warlord, and he's so underwhelming, like by far. Out of all the warlords, he's just so mid. Like, I don't understand. Yeah. There was just no actual interesting things about him, and he just like. I mean, he's just so boring.
100%.
And next, Kuma, someone who's not at all boring.
And very, very interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Character design, devil fruit, the fact he's walking around with a Bible by his hand, and he's still relevant in the story today. What he did with Zoro was also sick. What he did in Sabaody was sick. Kuma is that guy in terms of being a villain, but he also plays the kind of friendlier role like some of these characters do also play.
Yeah.
But I would put him at the A. I wouldn't put him at the S. I wouldn't put him at the B. I think A is just really fitting for Kuma's character.
For sure. And it's interesting, like, I don't know whether he's going to be a villain for that much longer at this point.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. But he's definitely, like, I mean, his like, destruction of the Straw Hat crew is, like, a turning point in the story. And he has that, like, menacingness to him.
No, definitely.
In terms of like being a cyborg and stuff, and like the Zora moment and stuff that comes out at the end of Thriller Bark. Mm-hmm. He's just intimidating. Right, Kizaru, he's interesting. I'd like to see a lot more from him.
Yeah, definitely one of the admirals that, even though he's one of the earliest admirals that we see next to the main three, we get like I think literally the least.
Yeah,
the most we got from him was the devil fruit. We see character design, and obviously he came in and absolutely violated the worst generation in Sabaody, which that was pretty cool. But then he got handed by Rayleigh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think I'd throw him at the B.
I would as well. I'd throw him B. I think we need to see more, and I expect more. I expect he can move up to that A tier, maybe even S tier, depends. But we need more.
I hope Oda does more with these guys.
Yeah. Boa. Now, Boa's interesting. We're putting her as an antagonist because she technically is an antagonist in the beginning.
In the arc. Yep.
That quickly ends, but she still is an antagonist as a warlord to Luffy, and then in that arc. I'd throw her B. I think she's a very fair character. Like, she's nothing amazing, but, like, a good backstory. And, like, she's good as for what she needs to do.
Really? I'd argue top of B, bottom of A. Because I do really like, the Snake Princess, that whole thing she does, the Medusa Devil Fruit. I like that. The backstory is very fitting. But if we're really talking about as a villain, she just really doesn't fit it too amazingly, but she doesn't do a bad job at it. So I would put her at the B. I guess B is fair.
We'll put her top of B.
Yeah.
Okay. And next we got Magellan. I like Magellan. He's fun. He's kind of like, I mean, he feels like he is the antagonist, but he's almost not, because it's more like just the entire prison is like falling apart and stuff.
But then again, he is like the warden, right?
Yeah,
prison,
yeah.
So he is the antagonist.
I definitely like him. You'd be either an A or a B for me.
Yeah, I honestly, if you asked me what my favorite devil fruit was after watching Impel Down, I'd say Magellan's, because I really liked it. I thought it was really unique, even though it is like those element types where it's poison. But the thing is, the way how he has the drawback where he's constantly taking shits.
Yeah, it's really rough.
His stomach and the poison, it's kind of rough. And then I like how he handled Blackbeard a little bit in the arc too, but we didn't get to see too much of him. Once again, he plays the role of villain in his arc, but he doesn't succeed or excel anywhere where he's really catching us there. So it would be fair to put him at the B.
Yeah, I think B is fair. I feel like he's good, but we just don't get as much as we do from these other characters.
100%.
All right, next, one of the goats of the series in terms of being a villain, Blackbeard. I mean, there's so much that just goes on with his character in terms of like from Jaya all the way until now in the manga. There's like so much stuff going on in terms of he's arguably the most like important character in terms of shifting the story next to Luffy.
100%. He started Marineford.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
And then we also get like his little parallel with Luffy in Jaya. And then we also find out he was in Whitebeard's crew.
Yeah.
He has one of the strongest devil fruits. He also has 2 devil fruits. He also has now one of these, debatably, I've been seeing it a lot on TikTok, debatably one of the strongest crews alive in the series, which is also crazy.
Because they all have devil fruits. I mean, he's got like 2 of the strongest fruits alone. So it's the earthquake, and the whatever darkness.
I thought it was tremor fruits.
Oh, tremor. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But it is like one of those characters where it's like the mystery behind his character just makes him that much more compelling. He's one of those villains where it's like he plays the role in every arc he's there. He's very interesting. Character design's on point. He plays the role perfectly, easily in S tier. You don't even have to argue.
Yeah.
And the fact that he isn't even a main villain in any of these arcs, and he's still thrown at S tier, is what makes it so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, once he gets his time to shine, I just can't wait for the battle between him and Luke, and the backstory. The backstory is gonna be crazy once it happens.
Oh yeah.
All right, next, Akainu. He's pretty good. He's not amazing, I'd say. Okay. But I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't put him S. But
the thing is, though, we're talking in terms of playing the villain, right?
I guess that's fair.
So I guess you're right. You're right for sure. Because take away the whole villain aspect, we know almost nothing to his character, right? We know he's loyal to being a Marine. We don't know why he decided to be a Marine. We don't know his intentions or motivations, but we do know that he is trying to uphold the law, whether
yeah, that's true. He's full authoritarian. Like it's all just the law. That's true. We do get a lot actually about that. Like he's just like,
what? If you feel like you want to throw him at the A, I wouldn't be against it.
I'd throw him top of A just because we have a lot in S, and I feel like he's not on that level yet.
No, yeah, definitely.
But like,
definitely. I agree with that.
Once the big war happens, he could definitely go up there. If we get a little bit more of a backstory of like why 100%. He is the way he is.
Not even just a backstory. Once we learn like a motivation, or even a reasoning for why he became a Marine, I could easily shoot to S tier.
Yeah, for sure. And Hody, I think we're gonna have actually big different opinions here.
Big different opinions. You see, but I already understand your opinion on it because we obviously discussed this in the past.
Yeah.
But Hody, Fishman is one of the weaker arcs for sure, in my opinion.
Oh no, definitely.
But I will say I didn't like Hody's character too much. Also, the fact that we watched Zoro cut him up and he's just sitting there swallowing these pills, keeping these steroids, keeping him alive. Very fitting. Oda does a great job fitting these, fishmen in a Fishman Island arc. But in terms of being menacing and doing what he does, I'd throw him at the B. But let me hear you out.
I think B's fair. I'd only throw him B or A. I just love that he's the embodiment of hatred without having hatred. And it's just, I mean, Fishman Island is all about racism, and I really like the
Yeah.
idea that he has not actually been like hurt through racism himself, but because of like it being passed down generation by generation, he takes it on. But I agree with you on all the other points that his powers are really stupid, like him just eating pills. He has like a really boring fight. He doesn't feel scary for how he should. So I'd still throw him B. But I do think he has a very interesting philosophy compared to a lot of the other characters.
Definitely one of the stronger backstories for a villain that we've gotten.
Yeah. The only problem is he's like so boring on top of that. Compared to all the other ones that like Kizaru doesn't have a backstory, but he's just so much fun.
Definitely a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Alright, this guy, I don't even remember his name. He just was like after Shirahoshi the whole time, and he's just like D.
Throw him at D. He was just horny.
Yeah, he's probably worse than Wapol. He's just so bad. It's Caesar. I like Caesar.
I have a hot take on Caesar.
Oh, really?
The thing, because I feel like Caesar could have been a lot more menacing, because this guy he has like the gas. Is it gas?
Yeah, the gas free. Yeah.
He can literally control oxygen in a room.
Yeah.
I feel like Oda didn't bring the fullest out of his character, but I also do understand that, you know, he had ties with different people. He was working, you know, just trying to, you know, experiment, do a living. That's just what he is, a mad scientist. Once again, in an arc that fits the role, fits the world building. He looks menacing, but after Punk Hazard, this guy is just, man, Luffy's dog.
No.
He's Luffy's dog the whole time, man.
He's like, he's not even a villain at that point. He's just comic relief.
Someone that's Luffy's holding on a leash, guiding him on the way.
As much as he's fun, I would argue like the one guy who Law fights is a lot more intimidating as a villain.
Virgo, 100%. Yeah. 100%.
So I don't know. I put him B.
I throw him at the C.
C?
Yeah.
All right, we'll put him top of C.
No, I'll put him bottom B.
Bottom B. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like if we just had him in Punk Hazard, I'd keep him B. But the fact that he's just like, he's turned into like this dog, it's just like for Luffy and his crew, which I understand. That's just the effect the Straw Hats have, right? Like they make everyone like that. But no, personally, I just wish that he was just like a little more menacing.
Yeah. All right, Doflamingo.
Yeah.
For me, this is S tier.
Shit.
Like one of my favorite backstories in all of One Piece. So his motivations make so much sense. He's menacing, like to the max in terms of build up from Jaya, and then his speech in Marineford all the way up to Dressrosa, and like his just like, I mean, he just rules the city. Like the backstory of him taking over the city is like terrifying.
Yeah.
He's just great. I mean, I think most people think Doflamingo is one of the best.
No, if you don't like Doflamingo, there's something wrong with you for sure.
Yeah.
Easily like the best villain at the moment in One Piece for sure. Oda did a fantastic job with this character, bro.
Yeah.
I could honestly sit here, go for days about why Doflamingo is one of the best villains in One Piece, but this video would go on forever. Devil Fruit, him being menacing, him being a villain, the world building with him, backstory, motivation for everything. It's just perfect. It's literally perfect. I couldn't nitpick at his character. Of course, some of you in the comments, I don't want to hear a single person type, but look at the way he dresses. He dresses really weird. Too bad. Too bad.
No, there's no reason. Like I mean, his voice actor did a great job, and like he's like very menacing.
No. Oh yeah, 100%.
Like, compared to the appearance, like, and also just the way they animate him and stuff. Like, they do a really good job in One Piece with villains of making Luffy always like smaller than them, so you really feel like the size comparison.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, definitely.
Like he's like super tall, and like when he's just like standing there, and then Luffy like puts, you know, like
I swear he's like 13 feet, right?
Yeah, something like that. 10 feet, I think.
And Luffy's only like 5'11". I was checking that somewhere.
Yeah. All right, next Fugitora.
This is one of the admirals that's gotten the spotlight, and that Oda's done incredible with.
Yes.
Incredible with. I think Fugitora, extremely underrated admiral. I don't hear enough love for this guy.
Oh yeah.
I hear so much love for Aokiji, for man, Akainu, but I don't hear enough love for Fugitora, bro. Devil Fruit's sick. The fact that he literally blinded himself because when he sees so much corruption in the world, when he sees all the wrong in the world, he couldn't take it anymore. He's had to blind himself. But me personally, I'm not blinding myself. I see corruption. I see bad stuff every day, but I'm not blinding myself for it. But
Yeah.
in terms of a One Piece story, that's so sick. Devil
Yeah.
Fruit, sick. His sword's his cane, sick. His sword is his cane, right?
Yeah.
His sword's his cane, sick. He's like one of those older guys, but he still plays the role so beautifully. I love his character. I'd honestly throw him at the S tier.
I would as well. Yeah, 100%. I think him and Aokiji are easily the best admirals in terms of Akainu could definitely go up there.
I think at the end of the story, Akainu definitely should be like the best admiral that we've seen.
Yeah. But yeah, like I did not expect Fugitora to, or is it Fugitora? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I did not expect him to come out and be like that. Like just
Oda was in his bag.
Off the bat, he's very, very menacing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we see him at first gambling. Like we find him gambling.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, he creates like this big crater in the floor.
And he's done a really good job of like all the admirals have different perspectives on justice and stuff. Like you've got lazy justice with Aokiji, who's on sort of like, I don't know, middle of the road. Then Akainu is very, very much authoritarian, and Fugitora is like sort of the most like for pure justice in a way.
Yeah. Like he wants everything to be right. Like he'd rather the world walk a justice and clean path than to make a dirty path.
Yeah. All right, Big Mom next. I think Big Mom is fantastic.
Go ahead, let me hear you.
I think her backstory and is like one of the better villain backstories we've got. I did not expect her to just like eat all the kids. That was shocking. And 100%. She's just menacing, and I think she does a really good job. And like I really like her coming up in Wano and having the fight with Law and Kid. And I don't know, I just feel like she's very menacing. She's the most menace, just pure menace, I'd say, in terms of just like when she like pulls up, or like when you first get introduced, she's just like covered in shadow, just like looking at the phone, and then like all the stuff with Brooke where she like grabs him and stuff, and then just like he has to like run away. Like she always just feels like just like a natural disaster, like just running around like when she has her crazy like tantrums and stuff.
And it's also the status she's achieved, right? Like she was with the Rock Pirates, right? She has her title because she is one of the strongest villains in One Piece. Well, is one of the strongest villains in One Piece. The Devil Fruit, the world building, the menacing was really good. I will say once we got into the arc, she didn't feel as menacing because she did run around yelling cake all the time, but I will defend Big Mom. I do really like Big Mom. I'd throw her at the A.
A? I guess that's fair, yeah.
Would you throw her S? What were you thinking?
I would throw her S, but I think like if you put her A, I'm fine with putting her A. Like she's not at the very top of my list.
Okay.
But S, like I don't know.
No, you're right. I think as I see her A, it definitely looks wrong. I definitely throw her S actually.
I feel like she lived up to what I was expecting of like an emperor in terms of like first. Yeah. Like I felt she lived up to what I was expecting.
Okay, that's fair actually.
But someone who I think is even better and one, if not the best, I'd say second best for me. He's probably your favorite, right?
This is my favorite One Piece villain of all time. Yeah,
Katakuri is amazing. To think that Big Mom is already that good, and Oda was just like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make a better one." In the same arc.
I'm gonna make her son. I'm gonna make her son just as good, if not even better.
Yeah. Has without a doubt the best fight in One Piece with Luffy. Their battle, just the philosophies going back and forth of their views of family and what it means to protect each other. In terms of Luffy always wanting to fight, but Katakuri's just doing it out of like that's his like job, so he doesn't care to the same amount, and the strength and stuff. Like you see the physical strength, but the actual battle is like the mental strength and the strength of like your heart.
Mm-hmm. And he plays that role of villain. Like when you first see him and you think, holy shit, something's gonna go down with this guy for sure. The way we watched him use his observation hockey and killed someone at Whole Cake with a jelly bean to the forehead was crazy.
Yeah.
Katakuri was so sick. Awakened Devil Fruit, so sick. Very strong villain as well. And the fact that he's Big Mom's son, which is even crazier. And Nathan he hit the nail on the head with like their ideals going back and forth with Katakuri, a man never putting his head down, and Luffy, a boy always getting back up, was so amazing. I love Katakuri with my whole heart. I'll defend this man till the day I die. Easily S tier.
Yeah, and you've talked about like how, One Piece fights are not necessarily about the strategy, but they're about the meaning behind the fights. This is the definition of that.
100%.
Yeah. All right, Orochi. This guy he was just mid.
Worse than mid.
Yeah, he was just.
He plays the role of villain, right?
Yeah, but he's just so annoying and stupid.
That's it.
Like he's not nearly as just hateable like this guy. He's just like annoying.
D, can we throw him D just
easily D? Easily D.
Last.
He's just stupid. He comes back for no reason. I don't like that Oda did that. He should have just died when Kaido cut his head off. But I get it because he's the Hydra. But still, it felt like it was weird. Like they didn't really have a good end to his character either. I was fair with it. It would have been way better. I feel like if the Scabbards like fought him all at once and each chopped off a head or something. Or did they do that?
No, they didn't. 11. You'd want like 11 on 1.
No, it would have been just really good, like symbolically, if they just all like attacked at the same time. But either way, I guess it was just Hiyori getting her revenge, which like it was fine, but he's just pathetic.
I like the Hiyori getting her revenge part, not him though.
Yeah.
Easily D.
All right, I want to know what your thoughts on Kaido are. We haven't talked too much about Kaido.
Yeah, I feel like we really don't chat about Kaido. We chat about a lot of these villains together, but Kaido, the thing is about Kaido, he is the strongest person in One Piece. He plays the role of villain. The way he took over the land of Wano, has a chokehold over everyone. Even the Marines, they don't want to come at him. They literally said, Wano's a free country. We cannot take it on. We'll leave them be. And they just let Kaido do his thing. Kaido's introduction was sick. This guy's looking to kill himself, but he can't. He's just too strong. He plays the Devil Fruit's sick. But I always felt like Kaido had something missing. And I honestly, like, I want to put him S, but I can't put him S. Like, it hurts me that there's just like inside of me, I feel a piece is missing in Kaido that I wish we could have gotten.
Yes, I agree. I think my theory is it felt like he got so little backstory when there was so much we could have gotten, and I think that Oda's holding it off for later because he doesn't want to spoil stuff with the Rocks Pirates.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm thinking.
We're definitely missing stuff because he's so cool. What his like idea of what he wants to do, like in terms of like being very suicidal, it's obvious he wants to die to someone strong. He's been waiting to die an epic death like Blackbeard, Whitebeard, Roger, Odin, but we don't ever get the reveal and confirmation necessarily that that's exactly what he wants. Like he talks about he's waiting for Joy Boy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. He said he was looking for someone in terms of like Joy Boy.
Yeah, but like why? Like we don't know. Like we sort of know why, but we need more. Like I agree with you. You can't exactly put the nose on it, but like we're missing something.
Like, if we're talking in terms of villain, it's S tier for sure. But this is also characters we like too, right? Like I'd want to put him A. Like A just feels right, but it doesn't feel right that Oda left a piece missing for his character. I feel.
Yeah, I feel like he deserves S, but it just feels like we didn't get the most of what we could have gotten. Like it's different than like someone like Blackbeard and Aokiji, who obviously the mystery feels like it needs to be there. Whereas it felt like this was the time to reveal everything and fully understand him, and just we were left like hanging a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I easily see him going S if we just get more later, which I hope we do. I hope we're not done.
Maybe when Oda talked about like the Rock Pirates and stuff, but I don't think so.
I don't know. It just feels like he didn't go to the full potential of what he could be, even though I really like him.
No, no, yeah, like we do
Like
really
he
like for
doesn't
sure.
sit right being here, you know?
Don't come to the comments saying, "Wow, you guys are Kaido haters. What's wrong with you, Kaido?" So we like Kaido. Kaido's sick. How can you dislike a dragon? Kaido was so sick throughout the whole arc. The way he slapped Luffy with one like club to the face was crazy. Gear 4 Luffy got shut down one slap. In terms of strength, he's the strongest person in One Piece. The admirals could not take him. They literally said it's not worth. It's better to leave him be. Let him be a menace. They literally allowed him. They couldn't do anything about him. But there's just a piece missing that I feel Oda did not connect the pieces with when it comes to Kaido.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look like just comparatively to Big Mom, I just think Big Mom, she did what she was meant to do and we got everything and it made sense, whereas Kaido just, you feel like you were like just withheld stuff.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think this looks pretty good.
Yeah,
we have a lot of S, but man, One Piece has a lot of. It's one of its strengths is its villains, without a doubt. I mean, its characters in general, but I mean, there's a lot of mid stuff, but it's one of the things that makes One Piece so good is that battle between Luffy and the Straw Hats and the villains.
Yeah, One Piece does a lot of things right.
Yeah,
villains is definitely one of them, and the fact that we still have future arcs coming, I'm so excited to see future villains. I hope once the series finishes, we come back, we remake this list, and hopefully we see a lot more of these ABs shooting up to S. Or because like, Anna, like, why would you hate on a series with multiple S tier characters? It would just make sense to love them, right?
Yeah.
And I really do hope that in the future we get introduced to more villains that are just that hit the nail on the head that Oda excels with, and I can't wait to see his creativity flow onto the page.
Yeah, and who knows? Maybe we'll see Shanks up here at the #1 at the end of the story. But we'll see.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
Crazy. All right.
The Shanks.
Well, guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see future videos. Comment down below what your favorite villain in One Piece is and what you disagree with or agree with. And we will see you in the next one.
Take care, guys.